Financial crisis in America as credit counseling skyrockets, and why the bubble economy is in trouble. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Breck Dumas titled, Credit Counseling Demand Surges in 2024, with these states hardest hit. According to the author, Money Management International released data which revealed a 52% rise in new clients in the first half of 2024 compared to the same period last year, with new clients carrying average unsecured debt of $28,000. This is an increase of 9% from 2023. The author referenced the Vice President of Business Development at Money Management International, who said, "These are folks who were doing just fine a few years ago, but when inflation started to rise, they used their credit cards to bridge the difference between their income and their expenses. As their credit card balances grew, the minimum payment put increasing pressure on their budget. The situation quickly becomes unsustainable." Well, my friends, I saw this coming a mile away. This data just confirms what I have been talking about in numerous videos. Many Americans are struggling financially, even though they may not appear to be on the surface. The cost of just about everything in life has gotten out of control. Food costs more, rent costs more, insurance costs more, daycare costs more, the list goes on and on. The small cost of living adjustments that some companies provide employees with aren't keeping pace with true inflation in this country. My heart goes out to Americans who are having a difficult time financially. I imagine some with large families are particularly impacted. Getting back to the article, the author listed states with the highest increase in demand for credit counseling. Number one on the list is the state of Washington, which experienced a 60% increase in credit counseling growth. Number two on the list is Arizona, which experienced a 58% increase in credit counseling growth. This was followed by Minnesota, which experienced a 56% increase in demand. Next on the list is New York, with a 55% increase in demand for credit counseling. This was followed by Michigan, with a 54% increase in demand. Well, my friends, I'm afraid this could get worse in the future. If we see the economy slow and unemployment spike in the future, imagine how this could impact debt for households. As many of you know, not many people have an emergency fund to rely on. When unexpected unemployment occurs, people may not be prepared. Credit could be tapped to survive in the short term. For some, this could be catastrophic. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. The first commenter said, "Having a credit card in your wallet is a great way of telling people that you're terrible with money. It's like walking around with a portable loan shark." Well, I don't agree with that commenter. I have multiple credit cards, and I use them to take advantage of the cash back. However, I always pay the balance off at the end of the billing cycle. In the world that we live in, it is hard to get by without a credit card in some cases. I've noticed a lot of places are going cashless now. I don't agree with that, by the way. If paper money is legal tender, it should be accepted everywhere. We are starting to see the use of cash disappear. I'm afraid it's only a matter of time before more places require cashless transactions. The next commenter said, "I get the credit counseling, but back in the 1970s, we did not have counseling amidst the worst economic times. In fact, many of us could not get credit or credit cards until we reached a strong level of financial security and stability. Simply put, we were told to skimp, save, and wait. We did not have debt because we had no credit. Maybe that was a good thing. You do not spend what you do not have." Well, my friends, there aren't a lot of people who think that way in 2024. A lot of people don't want to skimp, save, and wait. They want it now. As long as they have access to credit, they will spend and worry about the debt later. I'm afraid later arrives faster than they anticipate, and that's when problems occur. The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone who said, the real problem is $800 phones with call plans, $8 coffees, $500 concert tickets, and eating out 5 or 6 times a week. When told to save, they whine about their lifestyle that they are entitled to. Let them be poor. They worked hard for it. Don't spend what you don't have. Please understand that is what the commenter said. I don't want anyone to be poor. I'd like people to empower themselves with knowledge and then work hard. I'd like to see people attain financial independence and financial security. It's certainly possible if you are willing to work hard and be strategic. Unfortunately, many people are not. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I read another interesting article today. This one was on zerohedge.com, written by Tyler Durden, likely a pseudonym for writers at Zero Hedge, titled, "This is what the final stages of a bubble economy look like, just before a collapse happens." The Federal Reserve has created trillions upon trillions of dollars out of thin air and pumped it into the financial system. Our politicians in Washington have been on the greatest debt binge in the history of the world, and as a result, our national debt has soared to truly horrifying levels. The author went on to reference HUD data. He said there has been an average of 10% a year growth in homelessness, and by the end of 2023, the U.S. hit its highest reported level since they began tracking it in 2007. Well, my friends, a lot of this madness accelerated back in 2008 during the Great Financial Crisis. Instead of letting the system crash and let capitalism prevail and pick up the pieces, they put a Band-Aid on the problem. Then they did this again after COVID. Each time, the after effects get more extreme. I cringe to think about what's next. Getting back to the article, the author said all of this money printing has created an immensely painful cost of living crisis. Today, there are 6 major U.S. cities where you will only be able to live a middle-class lifestyle if you are earning $200,000 per year. Well, my friends, I have to wonder how much it is going to take 10 years from now. Will you need $300,000 per year to be middle class in some cities, or perhaps even more? With the path we are on, it's really anyone's guess. At what point are you going to need a wheelbarrow full of money to buy a loaf of bread? The author of this article said 71% of U.S. adults are stressed about their ability to afford everyday expenses. Here are my thoughts about this. Unemployment has been relatively low in recent years. Imagine the percentage of people who could be stressed about their ability to afford everyday expenses if unemployment spikes. I don't know what some people are going to do. If our economy slows, there will be Americans who will be unable to find work. Some will be fortunate to find a job, but they may not be making what they once were, which will be very problematic for those with massive debt obligations. I'll leave you today with a quote from this article. The author said, "The entire system is convulsing with tremors, and our bubble economy is slowly but surely heading toward a date with oblivion." What do you think about that? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.